Everyone counting on me, drop the ball, yeah. Everything custom like I'm at the bar, yeah. If you fuck with winning, put your status to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my... Good morning. The window, Dan, the window. It looks like we broke 200 Satoshi last night on the No Limit coin. Congratulations to everyone who invested. I believe each level we hit's a new floor. I don't think this is, I just think when something's super undervalued, it's kind of like when Ripple blew up, right? Ripple's not going back down to 5 cents. It's the same thing. It's kind of like when something's so undervalued, when it gets auto-corrected, it just keeps its floors. I want to touch on something real quick. So you know, I'm in a bunch of Slack groups. I'm not gonna name the name of the Slack group. I'm not in the business of calling out people unless it's like vital to the community. Like I'll call out like a scammer or something, but like if it's just like over some bullshit, then yeah, I'm not trying to call out people. I'm not trying to shit on people, even though I could. So somebody they said I sell advice or something. I don't know. In the Slack group, somebody had shared, you know, I get notifications when my name pops up and somebody's like, man, check out this guy's YouTube. He's fucking killing it. And they linked one of my videos. And then one of the devs, like, I wouldn't give a fuck. If it was some fucking scrumbo. But, you know, it's one of the devs, right? So people are going to probably listen to him. And he tried to say something like, I don't follow anybody who sells advice. Something like that. I'm like, what? Now, see where I'm from, my brother, I love my brother. My brother's one of my closest people in my heart. He's been in the penitentiary the last 8 years. He spent most of his adult life in penitentiary, federal, state, you name it. My brother's an OG though. He never snitched on nobody. He never, you know, he done some shitty things, but he paid for them. You know, he paying for them. And my brother taught me when I was young, when I was real young. If anybody ever says anything that you don't like, you be real. First of all, you be real respectful, and second of all, you go and you confront them immediately. You never let that shit settle. I do that. I have that. If I can teach y'all a lesson, man, I do that with all people in my life. My girlfriend, my mom, my brother, even anybody. If they say something that irritates me, I'm going to stop, be real respectful. I'm going to bring it to their awareness. I'm like, hey, whoa, wait. I probably misunderstood you. I know you didn't mean it in a vicious way, but this is how I took it. So I took offense. We can move on. I still love you, yada, yada, yada. But I just want to bring that to your awareness. You know, 9 out of 10 times the person's going to apologize and y'all going to move on. Right. So I do that with all aspects. I don't never let anything bubble up. So when I saw that, I ain't gonna let shit bubble up. I ain't about to get on YouTube and blast this motherfucker. I'm not about to. That's not how I go. I went, you know, I corrected him in front of everybody. The funny thing is, you know, he didn't realize that I brought more than half the motherfuckers to that Slack group. Anyway, I ain't gonna stun on motherfucker. And anyway, I corrected him. He realized his egregious mistake. You know, we settled it in a private message. He realized that, you know, you need more information before you go slinging out names. Also, somebody is saying like it's a fake YouTube account. Like a fake YouTube account. How do you even make a fake YouTube account? Like my voice not real? Y'all motherfuckers didn't make almost 15x y'all money? Is the money y'all making fake? How about that? Is the money y'all making fake? I didn't think so. Anyway, I never do this. I never like having to waste people's time, my time especially, when people saying some stupid ass shit. But this could fuck people over. I wanted to bring this to people's attention because if any time anybody ever acting like me or impersonating me, trying to ask y'all for money, somehow get y'all's email, I don't know. I'll never, first of all, I'll never ever email any one of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all never ever gonna get a cold email. Any motherfucker here got a cold email from D Hens. That means me email you asking you for some. Post it in the motherfucking comments. Cause I've never done that in my life. I never will. I don't bother people. I don't go, you know, I'm not a salesman. I'm not trying to sell shit. Y'all getting to be, you know, y'all getting to see my life. What I'm doing. I'm putting my life. It's the Truman Show, motherfuckers. This is what I'm doing. I'm showing y'all how I'm making $1 million. Y'all can join or y'all can watch. Y'all can eat popcorn, whatever the fuck. I'm not expecting nothing from you guys. Does it look like I need anything from anybody? I mean, does it look like I need anything from anybody? Y'all do the math. I ain't gonna tell you nobody how much money I have, but y'all know I ain't broke. y'all know I ain't broke. Anyway, the point is I don't sell nothing, so don't ever send any money to anybody saying they're Dan trying to sell you financial advice or anything like that. I ain't never done it. I never will. So don't ever, I just want to put that out there. I don't want nobody getting fucked. I know how the internet is. There'll be some dude like Dan. He'll fucking make a fake YouTube account. He'll like master my voice and shit. And, you know, I had it done on Quora. That motherfucker, they took my name, Dan Hensley, right? They became, I was the #1 fitness writer on Quora, the #1, the top guy. Most views, most followers. He impersonated my name. People couldn't tell the difference right away. He got #2 on the list. The fake Dan was I got a picture, wrote a post about it. The fake Dan became #2. Man, power. I don't want to waste people's time. I'll probably make another video about it. But anyway, I made the post, of course. It shows the pictures and all that. So I know how out of hand that shit can get. So this is serious in my opinion. I don't charge nobody for fucking anything. So I can't stress that enough. 1 million market cap, boys. I said that was gonna happen last night. Anyway, yeah, I want to stress it one more time. I don't charge for shit. I never will. Don't give any money to a person named Dan trying to sell any kind of fucking thing. And if anybody gets any kind of emails or anything, please fucking contact me immediately. This is my YouTube channel. You can fucking contact me through it. Get into the No Limit Slack group. I'm in there. I'm Dan, right? I'm the say owner, because I created that bitch. You can't fake that, right? But I'm never reaching out to anybody. So anyway, the guy apologized. Whatever. We're on the good side. You know, he obviously didn't want to get on my bad side too. I mean, why the fuck would you want to make an enemy like me for no apparent reason, just over some lies? I don't understand it. But like I said, I didn't say that to bash the person at all. That's not my intention. That's why I didn't give a name. I don't give a fuck. I said that just because if I have a dev saying I sell information, then somebody might think I sell information. Then it might make a grid breeding ground for these fake Dans to pop up and just can fucking poach on people and take their money. Because another thing is y'all need to be tighter with your money. That's all I'm saying. Don't fucking send money to nobody, period, for nothing. Like, you got to have all your shit locked. I mean, everybody knows I'm trustworthy. I was hooking up people with No Limit Coin. I had people send me, you know, half a Bitcoin or Bitcoin, and they sent it to me first, and they all got their coins. So, like, you know, if I was a fucking dude in a mask, I'd be gone right now, right? I would have took my lick and ran. So, obviously, I don't need to defend my integrity. I mean, you can't find one thread on the internet about D-Hens fucking anybody. But, again, I apologize. I didn't want this morning show to turn into a personal rant. You guys' time's valuable. My time's valuable. I just had to stress the emphasis. Never, ever buy any kind of services off of a person acting like Dan. So, I've been getting a lot of questions about Litecoin. Am I going to buy Litecoin? No, I'm not buying Litecoin. I already got Litecoin, but I wouldn't buy Litecoin now. I'm not buying Litecoin. I mean, the same thing happened last time. All that hype went up. No, it didn't go up. It went up leading to it. And then afterwards, it went down. So they say the Segway is actually activated, and the guy from Coinbase is focusing on his baby, yada, yada, yada. You know, that's just, anytime there's big news, people just, you know, they expect a big jump. And usually that's what happens. But I'm not on that train. I'm not a news jumper train. Like, I don't really like Litecoin. You know, I just don't. It doesn't really do nothing. It doesn't do much for me. There's a reason why Bitcoin is $2,500. Yeah, I mean, the market's rebounded healthy. You got Sia coin, which is back up into 17. It's going to hit 18. And Digibyte's still fucking down. XDN's down too, so it's just like, it seems like the messaging sector. And that's a risky thing, man. That's a risky thing because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of encrypted messengers and ways to communicate and video game currencies. Like, there's going to be a lot of those. So like, if I'm getting into a video game currency, that's why I'm buying one. I was on Yobit, the Yobit wallet for 1337. People can't withdraw, so people were literally just dumping 1337 just to sell it, and I was buying it at 3. I was just scooping up as much as I could. I would have bought Infinite. Like, how much would you have bought at 3? I would have bought the whole damn market cap if I could. I mean, like I said, I was buying it for 3. It's double. It's double on the down. So, and even the devs of 1337 are like, don't buy off of Yobit. Like, that shit don't scare me. Like, I'm betting on the fact that Yobit is gonna have their wallet fixed for this coin eventually. Like, even if I have to fucking knock down the door and get the devs to do it myself, I'm gonna make sure that, the Yobit fixes this. And there's nothing the 1337 team can do. They're not lazy. It's not on their end. They can't, they've done all they can do. It's just the fact that the wallet on Yobit's fucked. You can't withdraw from it, but that's fine because they're gonna fix it. I'll make sure they fix it. I'll fucking keep emailing them every day. They're not, I'll make sure. I'll call them if I do what I gotta do. They're gonna fix it. So, yeah, I've just been scooping up as much as I could. That was nice. And those are the opportunities I like, because there's opportunities. That's why you always keep some liquid Bitcoin, because it's there's always nice opportunities, like weird things that you would never expect, like a wallet malfunction causing people just to dump because they can't withdraw it, and people are impatient as fuck. And yeah, people ain't waiting. Still a good time to get basic attention token. I'm still waiting for this. I'm still waiting for this thing to boom. It got that ICO really fucking. That just shows you. That just goes to show you how powerful image is, man. Because you get a bad image, you get a bad reputation, then it keeps you down. It keeps you down. Wow. So, the true value is masked by the ICO, fucking bonanza, but. I mean, it's just a matter of time. Whenever I see this and I see the time, it kind of makes me excited because it's maintaining value, raising, lowering, maintaining value. Maintaining value doesn't mean nothing. Because there's only two things you're doing in life. You're going up or you're going down. You're never, ever just going straight. And people are like, well, but what if the coin's the same price for a week straight, Dan? Then it's going straight. No, because you're not factoring the time investment, right? So the only way straight becomes straight, and it doesn't become straight because then it becomes downward, is if the team at Basic Attention Token were doing nothing behind the scenes. If they were doing nothing behind the scenes, then it would be going downward, right? Because then they'd be losing time and value, and the longer your shit's out there and not competing, the lower your rep goes. So, if they're not doing anything, they're going down. But, I'm pretty fucking sure that they're doing stuff. They're tinkering, they're fucking masterminding, they're talking, they're communicating, they're doing shit, they're getting shit done, right? And we see this time investment, but we see this behind the scenes that no one else sees, that I see. And then eventually this price, right, will catch up to this price. Because you want to know what's going to happen? All right, so envision it this way. This is coming up this way, right? This time investment. And then this is right here, right? All it takes is for one little event. Because right here, what you're building is like a triangle on its side, right? So you envision that, right? You see it? All right, now all it takes is one little gust of wind, right? When you believe in a company, if the wind comes from this side, it's just going to go up the ramp and over. You see what I mean? So that means the triangle's not going to flip ever because of how it's built. The time factor, the discipline. This is the good team, the discipline, the hard work. This is what's happening with the hard work and the time behind the scenes. All it needs to happen is an event, a gust of wind from this way. This is the event. This is the negative wind. This is the positive wind. This wind, boom, hits that wall. It's going to flip the triangle. What's going to happen? This is going to be turned to this. You see? It's going to turn to this. That's what it's going to turn to. Right? Well, we actually have a good we actually have a good example, guys. We have a good example. We have a good example. Yeah, see the time investment, right? At first it was like this, and then the wind came, aka Dan, flipped that fucking triangle on its side, and now you got the you got the so what am I doing? What am I doing, guys? And when you see this, guys, don't keep this much Bitcoin in your wallets, unless you got a lot of money. I'm not saying I don't like disclosing my business, but if I'm going to be making these videos, you're going to see my account balances every once in a while, right? And the point is, the more I'm comfortable losing, right? Because the more comfortable you get, the more money you need in your trading accounts to make it worth your time. And as 1 and 2 Bitcoin was nice a week ago, now I'm needing more to feel more comfortable. If you know what I mean. Aside from that, you can assume me a broke hobo that has no money. Right? Because I don't like people all up in my business. But I gotta be intimate with you guys. And I'm not gonna fucking move currency off of a wallet to make it look like I have, you know, a little amount to try to cover everything. So you know what? It's just kind of like, get the fuck out of my business. Watch my videos. Don't worry about nothing. I'm not trying to brag, but no, that's obviously not all my fucking money. I don't want people to think that I keep all of my money on the exchange, because I don't want some fucker to keep all of his money on the exchange, lose it in some kind of hacking, and then, you know, and that's the direct product of me, because he's like, well, Dan keeps all of his money on. No, I can lose this motherfucking money overnight and not cry about it. Okay? If you can lose it and not cry, then you're good. If you start crying, then don't fucking put that much on the exchange. Put it on an external wallet. Put it on a downloadable wallet. I keep my shit in cold storage. So that means offline. So that's what I do. I'm hardcore about that shit. Don't lose your money. Don't be stupid. But just wanted to let you guys know that. Look at all the vaginas. No, those aren't vaginas. They're close. Okay. It was about first blood. Yeah, that's why. Everyone's talking about first blood. And I was like, ooh, what the hell? Everyone's talking about first blood. That's cute. It's fucking cute. What about no limit fucking coin? Coin only went from 15 to 200 in like 2.5 days for fuck crying out loud. From nothing to something. Everyone should be going crazy. You imagine if Bitcoin did what no limit coin did? Could you imagine if Bitcoin did what no limit coin? The world would explode. People would be fucking tearing their eyeballs out and jumping off of roofs. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it. You'd have to lock up the bleach from the world, because people would be drinking bleach. They'd be going so crazy. Could you imagine if fucking Bitcoin just 15x'd in 2 days? Holy shit. The world would be fucking crazy. Let's get the and that's just funny what hype can do. What hype can do. Ooh, the guy's coming full time from Coinbase to focus on Litecoin, and the segue that we were talking about for fucking ever is finally released. Yeah, I think I'll fucking step aside from the Litecoin train. I still have 25, so. And I don't want to sell them at 50. I've had the damn things for so long, it's kind of like I've gotten used to looking at them. I don't really You know, it's kind of like I'll sell them. I'll just keep them forever. Like whatever happens, I'll keep them for fucking 2 years just in case Litecoin does something, right? In case it comes $1,000 or something, and then I'd have $25,000 for waiting 2 years. Yay! Can make that in fucking one night, guys, off of the right pick. So everyone's up on Ant shares. I know. I've been looking into it. There's a lot of good coins. It's tough. It's fucking tough to look at them all. And that's the thing. Another reason a lot of people aren't making the money they want to make is because they get sidetracked. Like, I got a lot going on right now. I'm real intimate. Like, it took time for me to get to know the coins I'm in. And every time I see a shiny opportunity, like, ooh, look at that, shares a month, you know, ooh, first blood. Like, I can't be distracted like that. Ooh, yeah, she is. This one's in Chinese. I was looking this up, and it's in Chinese. Somebody in the comments talking about it. Honestly, it's just kind of the comments help because, you know, do your research and post about the coin, you know, if you think you like it, and then I usually give it a look. But I'm real big on time. The thing about it, if anyone that knows me, you can ask, you know, you can ask anybody that's worked with me. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog. I move real fast. I like to move real fast. And this shit takes time, you know, to learn and get intimate. Like, I know all of these coins. I've looked up every coin on the top 100. I've looked up. I've looked up. I mean, I know something about it. I know anywhere from the range of something to a lot about it. And basically, if I'm not in it, there's a reason for it. If I'm not in it, there's a reason. And the reason is, A, I don't know enough about it and I'm missing out, right? That's obviously a possibility. B, I know a lot about it. I think it's a good bet, but I just chose a better bet, in my opinion, a bet that I think is going to net me more money. Like, okay, there could be companies that I think are super badass. Like EOS is coming out. I think EOS is going to be super badass, right? Because Dan's on it. I know about it. It's going to be fucking sick. It's going to be like, you know, better than Ethereum when it comes to building apps on the platform and all the things you can do and the lightning speed and all of the crazy shit that comes along with it. Right? So this is going to be a comparison of not necessarily needing a bunch of like value aside from a chance to make money. So when I look at something like EOS, there's a big chance that it's going to come out. It's going to rival Ethereum, but Ethereum already has this. You know, you don't get into the trillions overnight, and the problem with EOS is they're late to the party. They're late to the party. Yeah, they're late to the party, but they're early to the party at the same time. And what the fuck does that mean? That means if they would have launched their technology before Ethereum, they'd be unstoppable. Thus, they're late to the party. Now they're early to the party, right? Because they're advanced. They're introducing something that's basically the same what you're going to get from Ethereum, but better, right? But better. And it does things that Ethereum can't, yada, yada, yada. But the point is, the world can live with Ethereum. It's here, right? And the world can live without EOS because Ethereum is here. So now EOS has the challenge of overthrowing Ethereum, and that's hard. When you're ahead of your time, it can be very frustrating because you can get crushed by the giants. Companies aren't really necessarily caring about innovation. They don't. It sounds funny. I've worked with these people. I know big companies, they don't really care about innovation so much. They care about what fucking works now. Ethereum works now. People know about Ethereum, right? It's massively known. Only a few geeks is going to know about EOS. But everybody, my mom's heard of Ethereum. My mom hasn't heard of EOS. It's going to take a while before my mom knows what the fuck EOS is. And that's the problem, being too early, that you're going to get trampled by Ethereum. So, you know, you're going to get drugged behind the bus from Ethereum for a while before you can make a name for yourself big enough to actually throw Ethereum off the tracks. It's kind of like the quantum coin. Like, that's cool, but we don't need to worry about quantum attacks for 10 years. And as sad as it may be, people don't worry about problems until they're knocking on the door. It's the absolute fucking truth. That's why people are like, oh, there's so many things better than Bitcoin. Yeah, but people are going to put up with their slow send times and they're going to put up with their high fees because it's Bitcoin and it's here and it's integrated and people have taken a risk, right? And when people take a risk, they don't want to immediately take another risk. They don't want to have Bitcoin take the risk of having their stores operate and own it, take all the fucking time to learn it and get intimate with it just to fucking drop it for the next shiny thing like IOTA. Oh, IOTA is micropayment and there's no fees and it's lightning fast and it's going to change the world. Yeah, fucking right. Talk to me in 5 years, bub. I just took Bitcoin in. Slow the fuck down. I need to see if Bitcoin works. Once I know Bitcoin works and people know something works, then they enter what you call the comfortable zone. And what happens in the comfortable zone? You get bored. When you get bored, it means you want something better. Thus, IOTA 5 years from now will blow the fuck up. Or the IOTA, but by then IOTA is going to be fucking blockbustered because somebody else is going to come out with a better tech because, you know, we think right now EOS and IOTA is the latest and greatest until fucking tomorrow comes and IOTA 3.0 comes and something you've never heard of. Like, you know, fucking don't be ignorant. So to think in 5 years something's not going to come along that's going to crush IOTA, then, you know, IOTA's the perfect thing. Like, it's just ahead of its time. It's so great. Everyone knows how badass IOTA is. The hype behind it. But guess what? It's dwindling. And it's going to be stagnant for a while. And it's going to be drugged behind this Bitcoin bus, whether it fucking likes it or not, because Bitcoin is the Hulk. He may be a little dumb, but Bitcoin fucks shit up and he can jump far, right? And IOTA is like the mad scientist that could kill the Hulk with one fucking dart. But you know what? Until that time comes and IOTA has, you know, has some darts, you're just going to get drugged behind the Hulk. So that's just different. Like that's what's gonna happen with things, these big things. So when people are like, "Are you invested in Ethereum and EOS?" Yes, but I'm also in a ton of ICOs. I'm in like over 16, 17 coins, and really, I know I'm just going to capitalize off of flipping it right after. For about double, kind of like, you know, I didn't get double off IOTA, but I made a little bit of money because I knew if I got it early, you know, all the funds were going to take, you know, because people don't do shit. You got to be prepared. People aren't prepared. They probably didn't send their, you know, Bitcoin until their Bitfinex until it was launched. And then they had to figure Bitfinex out because it's a website they probably never used before, or register an account. All those minutes take time. And I didn't have to waste them. So I was able to get it super cheap and then I sold it before the crash. Like a gangstar. But that's just kind of my opinion. So, you know, all these new coins trying to replace Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's like fucking, I don't care. Like, you're not going to. You know, not in my opinion. You know, not anytime soon. You know, Bitcoin has to run it out. Bitcoin that's the beauty of being first. It's more powerful than anything. More powerful than anything. And Bitcoin's first by it's so far ahead of the lead that you're not going to catch it. Not if you're trying to rival it. You know, there's companies who everyone knows about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has trillions and trillions of dollars in exposure and television news and people knowing Bitcoin. It's a household name. That's worth more than it's, you know, that's trillions of dollars. It's kind of like what Donald Trump did. Like, he was able to get all that free publicity. That's exactly what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's getting all of this free publicity. You know, Bitcoin doesn't have to pay for a dime when CNBC, which is a world news station, fucking mentions Bitcoin, or when Mark Cuban mentions Bitcoin, or when all these people are mentioning Bitcoin. Even when they say it might be in a bubble, it's still good. It's still, any publicity is good publicity. So, you know, people who didn't know what the fuck Bitcoin was before Googled it because Mark Cuban said it. And you're just not getting that with IOTA. IOTA just can't compete with that kind of market cap. Just can't. And the same with EOS and Ethereum. It just, you know, sorry guys. I know everyone wanted to look at this. I think, what did I say was going to happen? Oh, it's so... I need a professional back patter. Right? A guy who comes and pats me on the shoulder. Good job, Dan. I need somebody who just does that. Right? Every time I call something good, just And then he just disappears like a fucking ninja. He just appears, says good job, gives me a pat on the shoulder, and then just disappears. I'm going to hire somebody once I have so much money I don't know what to do with it. I always know what to do with my money. Make more of it and more of it until I break the system. It's kind of funny. People ask, they said, you know, when I was a little kid, Dan, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's like, I want to be the richest person in the world. I didn't say I want to be. I said I'm going to be the richest person in the world. This was back when I was a little fucking shit kid. And I didn't have time to complex that. I didn't have time to psych myself up. These weren't something I'm saying because I want to psych myself up. I was a little fucking kid. Little kids tell the truth. And ain't nothing changed. You ask me right now, what's going to happen? I'm going to be the richest motherfucker in the world. People don't have that kind of audacity. I've noticed. Because I've never ever heard anyone else say that. Aside from a corporation. Because I can't, it's not fair. Corporations are fucking cheaters and shit. So are individuals, but it don't matter. I could beat a cheater. I used to be the best at Madden 3 years in a row for a reason. I know how to deal with cheaters. But I'm going to be the richest motherfucker in the world. And you will see. You will see. Right now, we're at the heartbeat of society. This is the heartbeat of society. This is where all the money is going. This is the stock market is over. This is this is it. This is like the pillar. This is the cornerstone. This is everything. If you're not in this, then you're not in, this is where you can become the richest person in the world. There's no other place. There's no other place that you can become the richest person in the world right now. This is it. This is it. If you invested in Facebook, you could, Mark Zuckerberg has a fucking chance of becoming the richest person in the world. You telling me I don't got a motherfucking chance? I mean, all of those are blockbustered. All the new internet's here. The new chance is here. If you can get this right, if you can dedicate the next 5 years of your life to getting this right, you will become super fucking wealthy. Without a doubt. This is the new internet. Welcome to the way the things work now. And they work in ICO sales, and they work in making a coin, giving it out, hustling, right? Anyone can invest in anything now. You don't need middlemen. There is no more middlemen keeping us down. The walls are broken. The walls are broken, and we're free. And we can go and make as much money as we want. As you've seen. Anything's possible. And I hope I'm showing that to you. I'm going to kill it now. Cheers. Peace. Adios.